Oscar Valdez, what did he test positive for? New information comes out. We got the name of what was found in his system, a banned, prohibited substance. First, let me start off with this tweet that I wrote. Follow me at Boxingego on Twitter. When black fighters like Gerald Big Baby Miller or Jean Pascal tested positive, they were immediately met with scrutiny. When a non-black fighter like Oscar Valdez fails, then it's, quote, let's wait and see. We need more info, or it was just a water pill, right? I posted this today after the information came out from ESPN at 1:49. Ego Stradamus strikes again. The WBC commenting on Oscar Valdez failed test, they put this at 3:02, right? So my tweet clearly came first if you look at the timestamps. Their response is this: there has been media diffusion, which is basically information that's spread. So there's been media diffusion of an adverse analytical finding concerning WBC champion Oscar Valdez pursuant to the WBC clean boxing program, the WBC. And it says there, 1, we're investigating the matter. 2, appointing an inquiry committee. 3, we'll hold a hearing with Oscar Valdez and his team very soon. No further comment will be made until the WBC finishes its due process. Wow. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Throw a like on the video. ESPN, Mike Coppinger reported initially that it was a diuretic. Have an update for you. It's not classified as a diuretic. It is something different. You guys see, correction. Oscar Valdez A sample tested positive for phentermine, a central nervous stimulant. It was not a diuretic, but the full story is coming to ESPN, and I'll link to it. And then look, someone says, okay, this is no big deal. He's clean. So the guy has a picture, El Oscarine has a picture of Canelo. It says, this is no big deal. He's clean. Promoter of boxing, Lou DiBella, said, what the F are you talking about? Clean? Get the uck out of here. So there's a lot of confusion as to this situation. Hopefully this video sheds some light on it so you guys can see the double standards. As I mentioned with the opening tweet from me when this news first came out, notice when Jean Pascal, and typically you see black fighters who have failed drug tests, it's immediately guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent. And now all of a sudden you have fans defending this, saying, oh, it's just a water pill. Oh, who cares? The WBC, they're doing their due process. They're saying they're not going to release anything. But there's an article been written and it says, my boxing scene story on Oscar Valdez testing positive for trace amounts. Now they're saying it's trace amounts of VADA banned substance phentermine ahead of his September 10th fight. Defense versus Robeson. The matter is under review. So it's under review by the WBC and the commission, right? You have a PED guru, Victor Conti, who testified in the infamous Balco trials, right? And this is what he says. Phentermine is a weight loss drug called Adipix P, an appetite suppressant and powerful central nervous system stimulant. It increases heart rate and burns more calories, provides more energy and stamina. And you have people who are saying that who cares, this means nothing. Oh, this is gonna get good, y'all. When a fighter out of Canelo, his gym tests positive, this is what we're seeing from old media. Victor Conti continues, VADA has one list on athletes enrollment from the sign. It says on athlete enrollment form, they sign it and it says VADA tests for all prohibited substances at all times, right? So this sounds like a pretty powerful thing. And even though it's not classified as a diuretic, it is absolutely prohibited. In fact, I got the WHYTE list for you. It says prohibited in competition stimulant, right? You look at the list, we do all the research. It says including but not limited to. Guess what's on the list? You see it, phentermine. Oh man, things are starting to shape up. I cannot wait to see what the WBC decides to do because it's under review. You know, WBC, as I long called them, we back Canelo. So now someone out of Canelo's gym has trace amounts. Are they gonna say, oh, he's a champion and he had trace amounts, it was tainted meat, it was found in some type of product? that he purchased over the counter or whatever. If you look up phentermine, it's used oftentimes prescribed by doctors and under doctor's supervision, of course. And that's for people oftentimes when they have hypertension, very high blood pressure, morbidly obese. Why would somebody have elements like that, any type of elements of something like that in their system? And even if you are prescribed by a doctor, phentermine, right? Then you have a declaration form, just like you go when you're traveling and you can declare what goods you have. Like if you have like a knife, you came back from, a trip in Australia, you're supposed to declare certain things, right? So it's no different. The drug testing protocol is no different. At the end of the day, you can declare, if you have a doctor who said, hey, you gotta be on phentermine, Oscar Valdez, you can declare that. So it's like, why do fighters wait till they get caught and wait till the VADA clean program or whatever boxing program and jurisdiction catches them, and then that's how it comes out? So that's always going to be worse, as opposed to you say, hey, I got ADHD, I'm on Ritalin, if Ritalin, for example, was on the prohibited list. So this is going to get very interesting to see what the WBC and the commission decide to do if they try to allow, WBC tries to allow Valdez, who's coming off a impressive knockout against Miguel Berchelt, keep his belt. If his fight gets canceled, it's going to be a lot of pressure. And ironically enough, you guys can see, oftentimes when it comes to certain fighters that are protected for these drug test fails, what you could do is just reverse engineer it and find occurrences of a fighter, like you see right here. It says Olympic hopeful blames a burrito for her positive test, right? So you can look at these different past cases and try to find something for phentermine. It says fact check, Olympic hopeful tested positive for steroid, not marijuana, yada, yada. And you could just, like I said, reverse engineer it. Sprinter blames Tokyo, the Olympics, for doping, positive drugs, eating contaminated meat, stuff like that. And to have something this powerful in your system is never a good look. And I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Phentermine, if you look it up, it sounds very powerful. And it's not, I guess, classified as a diuretic, but you have somebody who's an expert in the chemistry of these types of components, and he's telling you it's a weight loss drug. If you can't make a weight class, then you got to move up. So you can't have any unfair, unnatural production of anything in your system to the point where you get more energy and stamina. And it draws questions to your career. If you're coming off of a crazy knockout in the Miguel Berchelt fight where a lot of people paid you to lose, they're going to wonder, is that now under question? So I can't wait to see how they try to play this. And because now you already see the choice wording, they're saying it's trace amounts, but you can have trace amounts in your system because you try to flush it out of your system. And that's just the amount that they caught. Like Victor Conte is saying, VADA has one list. I just showed you. Phentermine is on that list. So realistically, this is an offense. You have a prohibited substance in your system that was not declared. Especially with the WBC in the past, you see this article. It says WBC to use higher clenbuterol standards after 5 Mexican drug test fails. So now you have Oscar Valdez, Mexican American out of Arizona, and you see the WBC, they revealed a more lenient stance on and new rules. So basically, after Canelo and a Canelo Promotions fighter, Julio Cesar Martinez, and others like Ray Vargas, right? It tells you right there, Canelo, Luis Nitti, Francisco Vargas, Ray Vargas, and Julio Cesar Martinez, right? And Canelo Promotions has Julio Cesar Martinez, as you guys see there. But after these fighters in a short space of time failed and had clenbuterol in their system, this is about 2019-ish, they had all failed by that point. The WBC says they would no longer consider it a failed test unless you're over a certain threshold. So now they're talking about Oscar Valdez has trace amounts of phentermine, but that's prohibited. So I can't wait to hear the justification, because I remember the WBC when DILLIAN tested positive, they said he was immediately suspended as you guys could see, that same year, so the same year they upped the amount, 2019, of clenbuterol after 5 Mexican fighters had failed a test. Like you see, the WBC was founded in Mexico. It says the WBC has provisionally suspended Dillian Whyte's status as the organization's interim heavyweight champion and mandatory, right? So they put out information saying we got to investigate, he's suspended. But Oscar Valdez, I just showed you at the beginning of this video what they said for him. They said we got to look and media's diffusion of all the information, and now we got to investigate, and it's trace amounts. You're already seeing the key words, but again, phentermine, it said is an amphetamine-like medicine used to suppress your appetite. It can help weight loss by decreasing your hunger and making you feel full longer. Phentermine is available in a combination for weight loss. So this doesn't sound like something that boxers should probably be on, especially without declaration. I'm not, in sports medicine, but it says phentermine significantly reduce weight without raising your blood pressure, right? So it's like, if you can't make weight, then you can't make weight. You got to go to another division. So I'll keep you posted. After another Canelo fighter out of his gym failed, I'll let you know what they decide and if he'll be able to continue his fight. Now they're saying it's on the commission in Arizona. More details to come. Subscribe. You don't want to miss the follow-ups. I'll just cover what's going on in this beautiful sport of boxing. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. Subscribe. And I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.